Jenna and Katesk against 12-teen and Chicken. Katesk could probably use 2 knights, knight h3, knight f3, his mate. Okay, he knows it's not coming, so this keeps the threat on. This actually gets rid of the threat with time. This is probably too slow. This knight just about defends f6. It's hanging together. Oh, he can't take the queen or he's mated. Actually, he's mated anyway. Removing the defender with check. The high house guys, they just let their positions fall to pieces really quick. But if they're fast, then the other player on the other board can use it. So bishop takes e4 is a great Bughouse move. You wouldn't see that in chess, obviously. You'd see bishop takes e8, but in Bughouse, you know, if you have a bishop on e4 and control of the center, is worth much more than taking this rook and activating black's queen. So Chicken can drop like pawn g2, but oh, Katesk was getting killed over here. I didn't even notice. But again, I had a promising position. Oh, he said sorry, lag. Okay. I think 12 teams at an all-time high or close. Now he wants to be fed. He wants bishop takes h2, knight g4, pawn g2. So b5 is like a fast, threatening move. Problem is, there isn't really much here. Knight e7 is going to be annoying because knight e7, king h8, bishop takes g7, knight takes f5. It's probably resignable. He's probably already mated on the board. Maybe not. But it's definitely a miserable position. So blocking so that the you reduce control, 12 teams control of the king side here. Actually, I'm not even paying attention. I'm just treating this like as though it's like a crazy house game or something. Genna's king side is not so good. Chicken's king in the center, super safe. Got queen on g6, queen on d7. Pretty unassailable. And how does Genna hold the queen? Queen g3. There's gonna be. It's kind of hard to see what's in black's hand here, but. Okay, 12-team moved. Genna gave the queen, which just means that Katesk is dead. There's nothing they can do here. Sorry about that. I'm pretty sure that this is a line that Cheesy Bread 12-teen invented. This whole scheme of allowing the trade on e7 Genna and Kateska up against someone who that's pretty strong. Has been pretty formative, if not formative, then hugely influential to Bughouse. I think here I would take the rook because I prefer the queen on a8 to on d7. So the queen can get active, but it depends on what happens. Okay, I'm surprised that this wasn't taken. So 12-teen is really solid on the king side. I would take, rook takes, and knight takes. Well, if I didn't have a partner, I needed to keep alive, maybe. Okay, Genna's position is nice. As long as no queen comes. Kateska's doing a good job holding all the heavies. Rook takes bishop was solid there. Oh yeah, I think he has beaten 8 Cole Elves. Trying to get Kenny Higgins 89 to co-commentate with me. So Chicken is probably in a hard situation. There's rook at f1. Oh, Kateska's disconnected. That's upsetting. Kateska says, okay, 1 second. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you, buddy.
Cool.
You can hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
All right, copy that, buddy. How you been?
Been okay.
Yeah, I've just been harassing you and Frolic on your streams lately.
That's what we like. We just want attention.
Well, even if it's negative, it's still good press, right?
Oh yeah. Bad publicity, still publicity.
Oh man, these guys are way outclassed. Like Chicken and 12-team on or 12-team on the same team is just monstrous.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was saying earlier, like, I think that Genna is playing a line invented by 12-teen, you know, in the French where you give up the queen and then win the queen back. The exchange.
No, that's been around for a long. Like that's been around for like 12 fucking years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I thought that
Yeah.
he came up with that idea.
No, Bughouse has pretty much been the same. It's kind of changed a little bit since coming over to chess.com. But a lot of the tactics, a lot of the openings, a lot of the exchanges are all pretty much just deviation from old fixed lines. They've been around for years. hopefully Gatas gets his internet together and they're able to keep playing.
Yeah, otherwise it's all kind of. Maybe we can find a high level game to watch. Okay, Jeffrey Zhang is playing.
Yeah, I just brought that up as well. I don't even know who the hell that is, to be honest with you.
He's just a grandmaster, lives in the States. He has interest none
Yeah, it
on
seems like
fix.
Knightmate's there, but it seems like there's yeah, Knight at F6. Yeah, I don't know why he was delaying. It seems like there's a lot of like titled players since coming over to chess.com who are actually getting into it. I mean, we had Levon Aronian in it for God knows how many years, but you know, Crazy Moto, who was Arnaud H, and you know, a bunch of titled players pretty much in Grandmasters, but there seems to be a hell of a lot more of them nowadays.
So thoughts on this game so far?
Yeah, well, it's pretty evident. Jalesia or whatever the name is, they're up shit's creek right now. Like that should be game. Kind of left them their king hanging. It's not very often you see E4 and D4 in high level Bughouse, so it's a pretty different opening. Sacrifice the knight, yeah, that's typical shit. All this attacking. If he castles into that, he's euchred. If he doesn't, it's still euchred. Yeah, Chessmod's in serious trouble here. White has nothing but initiative for days.
Oh, bishop a4 is nice, and then there's no counter attack for black.
Yep, yeah, that's exactly it. Probably end up playing. He doesn't have a pawn, but I was gonna say probably end up playing like pawn at D7 to either move the king or the queen to another square. That's a nice counter, but it's a one hitter.
Who's Jeffrey's partner? I don't think I've seen him play.
Pardon?
I don't think I've seen Jeffrey's partner play.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, to be honest with you. Yeah. That's it for black.
Knight a6.
Yeah, gonna go the long way. I just would have immediately went queen takes pawn. Doesn't matter, but now he's gonna do it. And then rook takes pawn. Yep, that's game. Yeah, Jeffrey's just steamrolling here. Ah, White's giving it away. Like he's playing into very easy stuff. He's lining up his pieces so he loses a miner in the opening. He's playing very poorly. Christ, even bishop b5 and then the pawn check and just something to follow up. But he's not. He has nothing. He's blowing smoke. Knight at g5. Yeah, he's gonna play the typical moves here, but he's not really gonna get anything out of it. He's just gonna kind of keep pressing and hoping for tempo. If he's smart, he'd develop knight c3 and try to get his pieces a bit more developed to give the king more room. I'd ignore it. I'd honestly go knight c3. and then whatever. Give him the rook. Go king d1.
Well, then the partner gets rook h8. I think the partner wanted rook. The Velotti wizard wanted rook h8. So then that's why he didn't want to go knight c3. Maybe pawn and knight mates for Velotti wizard.
He doesn't need it though. He can. Yeah. Yeah. At this point, it'd be beneficial for him just to go ahead and sacrifice the queen and take the bishop. There's no getting away from it. Yeah, and then develop the bishop, but pawn, yeah. Typical shite, really. He's they're both playing so open and so recklessly, it's not even funny.
Oh, the high house has started up again. Should we switch back to that?
Yeah, let's go back to where the professionals are. Well, he's not getting a knight for chicken unless he sacrifices it. Honestly, if I was Katask, I'd just do pawn at f7 just to cheese it out for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Because the knight is so bad. I mean, he still has king h7, but you know it's going to be an eventual breakdown. He's going to go from so many the one or two threats just to multiple threats really quickly. Pawn at, yeah. Nice move would be knight d5. That's what I'd play.
You called it.
Yeah, then probably knight takes knight just to kind of keep material even. Yeah. Then it's going to be knight at e7. Okay, well, that works too.
Oh, they flagged.
Yeah, I think a lot of these games are just going to come down to time threats. I don't understand why he's doing queen takes and he's not doing the en passant and just continuing the pressure. I know it's high level play too, but they're also playing so goddamn fast that they're making like little mistakes here and there that they normally would never make, but they're just trying to get ahead on the clocks. So pretty much openings at this level, you don't really examine too much because a lot of it doesn't make sense why they're making it other than just to be uptime. Yeah, Katasco is euchred. No, sorry, his partner mated. Yeah, queen takes knight. Yeah. Well, pawn and that's it. Pawn is fucking crushing for Katask. If they get to the point where they start playing off their openings with each other and realizing which pieces each other needs, that's when you're going to see the real high level play kind of kick in, because you're going to start seeing them playing certain exchanges based off of what their partners are taking and what their partners are needing, like when they sort of start to synchronize with each other.
Uh-huh. I guess bishop d7, queen takes, knight takes d7 is not so great for Kates because there's pawn at e3 right after.
Yeah, it's not great at all. I would have done that move, yeah. I would have done queen d3. Just to kind of keep pressure going. Like that's why he's just moving it back so he can get checks and that kind of shit. He's playing it very well. Now he's probably gonna go queen f3.
Or queen f5 maybe. Oh, his partner doesn't want the queen probably.
No, that too. Yeah. That's why I was saying queen f3 because it also protects that that g2 file or that g2 square. This is gonna be a heavy heavy time game again. Chicken's gonna check on the late. I don't know why he didn't just move his queen down one.
Because the rook was on f2, and then it would have been discovered check in defense.
Yeah. Who's this Gina guy? I don't think I've ever seen him play before.
Genna, I don't think he's been playing that long. Maybe like just over a year or a year and a bit he's been playing.
Yeah. One player that really impresses the hell out of me, he goes by King Switcher on Live Chess. I don't know who it is.
Oh yeah, he is strong.
He's a very, very good player. There's very I don't know, there's very few of the new breed that actually impress the hell out of me, and he's one of them. Yeah. Kataska's doing extremely well though. He's now he's fucked.
He's holding it together.
He seems to always have quite a bit of initiative and quite a bit of tempo going. Chicken and the other guy are just pretty much doing the run of the mill back and forth every game.
So I guess rook f8 by 12-10 is just to make Katesk spend his pieces in hand.
Yeah, it's only to make him use that heavy. That's all he's after. He's not that's the only thing. He's trying to get Chicken more material and give him less defenders.
What's up, Swole?
The only thing Gina really has here is knight d2. That's the only move he can make. That'll buy him a few more moves, but buy him probably 4 or 5 more moves, and that's it.
Well, I think Katesk is going to try and chess up time here.
It. No, that's it. He'll snag the bishop, and then that's it for Gina. If he gets him that bishop, he can mate. They are up time, but 10 seconds at this level, like he's not going to checkmate him with just a queen in hand. Okay, bishop a5.
Rook f2.
Rook f2, yeah.
Pawn
But
f4.
if 12-10 was able to get him a bishop, Chicken mates with that. Literally, bishop at d3 and then takes the queen, promote him to queen. But it's a very tricky situation because 12-10 needed that rook to act as a defender while he was down all those pieces. And even now, he's up Shit's Creek.
Do you want to introduce yourself for my viewers?
Guys, I'm K Higgins 89 on chess.com, and on Fix for years I went by the handle Retard. I played Bughouse for I want to say 15 to 20 years or so, on and off.
There's a video of you and it's you and Chicken playing against Jen Lee and someone else, Master Tan maybe.
Yeah, that's Jan Lee and 12-10 back in the day. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it was 12-10. Yeah.
Yeah, he went by Cheesy Bread back then. I actually I was playing with Chicken for so goddamn long. I got him 2,800 and 3,000. He was the first 3,000 rated on Fix.
Oh, and you were his partner when he got it for the first time?
Pardon?
And you were his partner when he got 3,000 for the first time?
Yeah, I was partnered with him when he first got 2,800 on fix, and then when he got 3,000, and he was the first one to do it. I used to play with him all the time.
Hisoka, it's retard from Fix.
Yeah, Hisoka is Death Note.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows who I am. Oh, that's risky. That is so risky. I'm surprised they did that. Left that file open and then both just dropped the queens immediately on the other board. Your only third task is at the end, just dropping the bishop on d7 and hoping he doesn't take it in time. But it's very predictable, so he's up shit creek there.
Maybe he goes for something really counterintuitive, like Queen E5.
Sorry, what was that, brother?
I said maybe Katesk will go for a counterintuitive move at the end, like Queen E5.
Yeah, that's really his only hope. Or even he drops the bishop and then he goes, if he really wants to fuck with them, drops the bishop and goes queen f8. If you really want to be cheeky.
Huh.
Like, I mean, like the last second or so. The only thing I see chicken having is knight at e6, but that's, you can take away that mate threat easily with the bishop takes.
Mm-hmm.
There's not too many options for checks to hold the mate on the other board. That's all I needed there. Yeah, now it's another race. Let's see who can drop checks the fastest. That's a bad line. Yeah, e4, e6. Yeah, that's it. Dunzo.
Yikes.
That's a horrible, horrible line for Katas to play. It works with Angelina Cowley playing against 1600s or somebody who's like 2100. Sometimes you'll get away with that, but not at this fucking level, man. The fence is way too strong to do those right off the bat. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Break down that pawn structure. And bishop takes, and hope your partner gets you a knight for d7. I don't like that. I would have probably played pawn at f2 and then just fucking mauled it out.
Oh, he's fucked here, isn't he?
Yeah, he's up shit's creek, man, without a fucking paddle here. 12 Dean's not one of those guys that I would say mates like a dickless rooster. You give him a fucking inch, that little bastard will take a mile.
I think Katesk should have tried to head for the queen side and counted on no bishop because Genno was holding the bishop.
Yeah, he could have done that as well, but he went offensive when he should have went defensive. That's the biggest thing there. Any kind of defensive move, whether it was to give his king more room to run or whether it was to like even moving the queen up to e2, it would have given him a bit more defense, a bit more leeway. The old the old notion of live to fight another day, right? Like the next war you might die on, but you won't die there. He chose to die there. Gina's fucked this game. That's it. Is it Gina or Genna? I don't know how to fucking pronounce that.
It's Genna.
Genna? Yeah, it looks like I don't know, man. It looks like Gina or I don't know. Genna. They're both equally as stupid to pronounce. Oh, now he's Euchred again. If he played a little bit more of a solid but open kind of position, I think he'd help Katask's game a lot earlier on. Because it seems like Katask would benefit from a lot of pieces right in the beginning of the opening. Yeah, he's dead. See ya.
Rook takes b1, pawn b2. Oh no, then the bishop defends. Ah. What the fuck?
Oh, free queen.
Alright, Katesk is on tilt. He went below 2900.
Yeah, he's starting to lose his mind now. He's in rough shape. Oh fuck. That's ballsy. I like it, but it's ballsy.
What, king e2?
Yeah, knight d5. Keep attacking. It's your only hope, bro. What? Seriously? Why would you give him that? I think he's playing too fast. He's not even thinking anymore. Bishop takes. Why not bishop takes pawn, bro? Come on. Oh man. That's bad because he can force it.
There's queen h4 now, and then queen takes h6.
Yeah, he has that, but it's chicken and 12 team. You have to assume that they're going to be up on time all the time. And then, of course, he has enough heavies just to sack the house. Game on.
Oh, they got one.
I don't like this fucking opening for white.
Yeah, that pawn on d4 is just too deadly.
Yeah, you can't let him push that pawn because generally, there's always going to be a couple pawns coming in the opening, and you're always going to get that pressure. You're giving them very easy tempo. I know it's a lot easier to spectate and commentate than it is to actually play in the situation, but Christ, like, that's like Bughouse 101. You can't give them that kind of advantage without developing your e-pawn. That's game.
Yeah. I mean, when you get the early material, the early piece or the early queen, but they kill you on e3, if your partner isn't mating right away with the queen, it's hopeless.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it, man. Yeah, I was gonna say he's winning a piece if he goes bishop takes knight, rook takes bishop. Yeah, knight at f5.
Bishop takes d4, knight
Keep the
e2.
pressure. Knight at f5, and then you also knight at f5, and then you also threaten to fucking promote and got a queen on the back rank if he did rook takes knight.
Oh, that's nice too. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. They won either way, but still, you always got to look for the best case scenario. That's bad. I don't like these white openings he's playing. Why? Why wouldn't you? Oh man, I don't understand. Maybe he's got a galaxy brain and he's seeing things that I'm not seeing, but it seems like he's missing a lot of very simple things in the opening. He's giving a lot of advantage up for no reason and no compensation whatsoever.
He needs a heavy to mate here. 96, 97.
Yeah, but he can also press it with knight at f4. I would have done knight at f4. Fuck. Knight f4 now. You just got to keep the pressure for a little bit. Probably waiting on some pawns, but it doesn't really do too much.
Yeah, getting the queen doesn't even help.
Yeah, the queen doesn't mean anything because it gives up tempo and everything. He drops a bishop there. You have a mate with a knight or another rook, and they're both very easily gotten.
Yeah, the queen on g4 is such a nice defender.
Yeah, it's a very nice defender, and it also it's also one hell of a threat. I know it's not an immediate threat on the king, but it defends a lot of his interests on d7 as well, or g7 as well. Sorry.
That's mate, isn't it?
Pretty damn close. He doesn't have it outright yet, but it was really close. Yeah, I'm not a fan of his white openings, man. Not even close. 12 teams out playing him, especially as white, and he's doing generally, like on average, he's doing a lot better as black, which is unheard of. Usually it's the other way around. You have the advantage as white, and black's a little bit more of an uphill battle.
Genna wants to go rook h1 here.
Pardon me?
Rook h1 for Genna. I guess there's no follow-up though.
He doesn't have anything to follow that with. Both of them were pretty boned.
Oh, but the queen is trapped.
Yeah, but it kind of has to be there as a defender. I think really his only hope here is to push h6. As crazy as that sounds for Genna to push h6. Because right now any diagonal is pretty fucking bad on that h6 square. Yeah. Should have pushed h6. Who cares if you lose the queen? You probably would have stayed alive at least another move or two. understand why he just ignored it. I like personally, I would have probably G takes H6 and then knight G4. You don't see a lot of players playing that anymore, and I don't know why. Maybe I'm outdated, old, and washed up. Who knows? But it's just it's like a nice defense response to that whole thing. He's got a bit of oh, come on. Don't worry about the Chuck Moulton fucking checks.
Poor Chuck. Everyone picks on him.
No, Chuck's a good dude, man. Honestly, there's very few people who have been promoting the Bughouse community for as long as he has, and I might rip on him here and there, but you know, Chuck's good people, man. Doesn't mean any harm or say anything bad about anybody. Good dude. I like to when I see he's streaming, I like to start playing Bughouse and try to end up against him, like with like a retardedly low partner, with him playing against him and some other like 2300, and then just win and then troll them on their stream. Yeah, queen takes knight, bishop takes fucking queen. Nope, just falling for that, just going right back into it.
Yeah, it's beginning to look a lot like 3100 for 12 team.
Oh yeah, 100%. The way that this is going, easily. Now he's sacking the queen. Should be. Bishop at, knight at, bishop at. That's game. Knight takes G2. Keep it going with Chuck.
Oh, mouse slip by Katesk. That makes things pretty hard.
Yeah, he's having a tough series, bro. Very, very, very tough series. Ideally, a pawn for B2 for 12 team. Block his last running route. Then you got a bunch of options for checkmate, but nope. Seriously?
Queen G7, Queen G5.
Yeah, no, Queen G5, yeah. Then takes there and then goes there, yeah. But he still has no checkmate, so the whole queen sacrifice was completely moot. He had nothing from it. They're just useless checks. And his partner's not really in a position where he can get a material either. Now his partner has to deal with that queen on top of his mess.
Queen takes G4 and hopes that he can survive for a bit.
I think he kind of has to keep checking here. I think, and unfortunately, he doesn't have too many where he can go.
What about Queen takes C6 and then if he doesn't use the bishop to block, just takes C4 and then okay, he went Queen
No,
F4.
I was thinking Queen F4 like he did. Then takes the pawn. Yeah, and then knight at, and then just hope for material.
One queen,
really all he
please.
has. Just cross his fingers and try and pucker his bum hole for what's coming. Just gonna step out for a quick smoke, buddy. I'll be right back.
All right. Maybe there's queen e5, knight takes, bishop f6. Okay, he did it this way. He needs that pawn, but Ganna's mated. If he goes king over pawn h6 and then threatening to take with check, this is also really painful. Knight mates for 12-team, but it's not going to come. Pawn h7, controlling the g6 square. Problem with this is that, okay, maybe that's a defensive sec. Rook is not enough. The threat now is rook g8, very painful. Okay, knight f3. Yes, it's not enough. Pawn at d7 is interesting. I guess the idea is to neutralize the pawn a6 threat by overprotecting the knight. Bishop at knight takes, knight h5. Oh, knight h4 is interesting. Didn't consider that. I think take the knight and maybe queen h5 after? No? Alright, still pressure on, I think knight at e8 or bishop g7. I think Genna and Kateska are doing well here. Knight would be nice for Katesk. Pawn b7 might be a thing. Pawn b7 moves the rook. Queen c8. Okay, pawn f3. Interesting. I think Genna's mated. Queen g7 is a really nice move. Taking away the squares. Okay, 12-team seems to be spamming checks to just to get uptime. Oh, the queen mated. I think Genna should have sat there. Genna sits.
I just got back. I missed that whole game. Yeah, Katask would really benefit from somebody who's very trade heavy. Rook at h1, just get the initiative. I don't like that variation he played. He had a longer lasting attack the other way. No, this is all bad. Yeah, he's done. If Genna can trade off and get his bishops developed very early, like and do more of a tradey Bughouse opening, I think Katask will do a hell of a lot better. He needs those pieces against 12-team. He's a very strong opponent, and he's getting early initiative, but he needs pieces. I still don't like it.
I think bishop takes c6 should have been with check. Oh,
Yeah, it should have been. It should have been with check. Genna's the anchor here. I hate to say it. Like, Chicken's no slouch. Don't get me wrong. He's not an easy opponent by any means. Like, he's easily, I don't know. I don't care what people say about 12 team. Like, he's a fucking solid player, but Chicken all around, I think he's a better player just because of how he controls the piece flow and plays for his partner and also has a solid game on his own 9 times out of 10. Between those two, they're definitely the top 2 in the world. But no, it's Genna's not doing him any favors by not trading in the opening. He's giving him like minor pieces here and there and pawns, but he needs more than that. He needs like somebody who's playing a very open position and trading a lot. Otherwise, he's not going to get anything of anything substantial for a position. I don't like that move. Probably knight e4 just to keep checking, or knight b5. Yeah.
rook d6.
Yep. Game. Genna should be doing bishop g5 right away, getting him as much as possible right off the start. I know I keep saying it, but it would honestly be a lot different games if he was able to get him pieces. And pieces in like in a bit of an even way, not like this game where ends up giving a queen but gets a couple different things here and there. I don't like it. Gave up 2 knights just to trade queens. So pretty much a free fucking queen. And then loses. I like in this kind of opening, I like bishop a6 very early.
To prevent white from castling.
Yeah, prevent white from castling, and it always puts a bit of the fear of God in them. And especially when they have a knight on c6, it kind of takes away that whole bullshit of having to worry about a quick heavy like right now. You don't have that problem when you play that right away. It puts a bit of pressure on them, and it takes a bit of worry away from yourself. There's actually a trap that I invented for black that involves playing bishop a6, and I play it in Crazy House all the time. Like whenever I'm able to come across it, I play it every single time, and it wins like 90% of the time, depending on how they react. You have the odd person who can recognize it here and there, but like I've beaten people like Bugzilla and Mugwort and those kind of caliber of players with it in like 10 to 15 moves because they don't know what to do against it. You assume that the natural way you play against it is the way you're supposed to, but it's completely fucking wrong. Bishop takes knight. Yeah, that's it. Game. Don't like it. Should have queen h4 there, like so early in the opening with no pieces. Queen h4 was the right move.
Oh, that knight's gonna sting.
Oh yeah. Well, he's okay though. Like even knight d7 here, and he's still okay defense wise. But yeah, I wouldn't have wasted dropping the piece on it. Like he's got to play knight d7, open up that whole fucking file, and also protect f6 as well. Defense wise, but yeah, I probably would have went the other way. I would have traded the bishop for the pawn and then used the knight, so you at least had that threat on b2. That bishop was worthless.
Knight e3 or knight at e3 is coming for chicken and hard to deal with.
Yep. I'm telling you, Genna's inexperience is showing right now. He's falling for a lot of stuff that he shouldn't fall for at that kind of rating level. And I know he's new and all that kind of stuff, but you know what? If you're 2600, you shouldn't be falling for that kind of shit. I think he's a little bit shook, to be honest with you. Playing against, he's on the big boys table right now, and he's showing that he doesn't really belong there. Yeah, I would have done the same. King d2. Katash should be trying to drop on f6 here with the next opportunity he can, just to get that queen out of there. Fuck the knight, man. Start attacking. You gotta get. No, I don't like it. Start getting some sort of tempo going. He's doing it too late. Too late. Too late. Too late.
Maybe just queen at
He has
e8
to
to
play
get the rook
a3.
off of a8.
Well, he's leaving it to the point. He's missing the correct move by a couple moves, and he's doing it a few moves later, or he's trying to bolster it. He's overthinking it, I think. A lot of the situations he's overthinking. Sometimes you just got to play the natural, right on attack, and look at it as a point. Well, I might be losing material here, but I'm gaining so much position. Now he's still screwed. A bishop mates him. Like that's it. Even a knight is bad. Like a knight's bad news. It's not mating, but it's bad news. Like knight at d2, and then he has king a2, pawn at, and then he has needs a rook. But
I think 12 team wants bishop c4, right?
Pardon?
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, this whole thing was bad. He's done. Resign. Yeah, especially as white, Genna needs to get him a lot of pieces because he's playing this very sacky kind of opening like Katask is, and he needs the pieces, like flat out. He's gotta play for his partner as white. Just for the opening, like do like mindless little trades here, like bishop takes knight type of thing right early on. Get him a bit of stuff so that Katask can get a solid position and an upper hand right away, and then start playing more, even for both sides. I think that's the only way these guys are going to have any sort of success. And I'm beating a dead horse, fucking saying it as much as I am.
That's all good, man. Hopefully the viewers will get something from it. If they ever find themselves in this matchup. Seems hardly worth sitting down for 12 Tuna chicken.
Pardon me?
It hardly seems worth sitting it down.
Well, it's at this point they know that they're faster. That's all it is. They're just trying to shave time off the clocks. Because then they're gonna be pressured. They're gonna make wrong fucking mistakes. They're gonna make foolish stuff.
Again, found mate. What was the point in bishop e5? Or maybe it was a mouse slip.
You want to know one of the best parts about living in Canada nowadays? You can order weed off the internet and it comes to your house within an hour.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I mean, I don't really smoke too much anymore. Like once every couple weeks, but Christ, the convenience is just it's awesome. That's messy.
Everyone wants diags.
Pardon?
I said everyone wants diags.
Oh yeah, they're a hot commodity this game. Chicken really wants a bishop though, but he can still get away with knight. That was a horrible move by Genna. Horrible move. Take the knights, exchange them off, and then keep that fucking pawn on g6 there. Make him take it.
This one's very chessy. I like Katesk this game.
Yeah, Katask has an amazing position this game. Definitely like Katask. Just keep dropping, bro.
I think he
Go
needs to
on
hold knight
F6.
for Gunner. He's up time though.
Yeah, but there was no knights on the board. He shouldn't have dropped one there. Like, fuck. Queen was a hell of a lot more hurting. He should have been protecting that.
Yeah, maybe just King G1 was better than Knight D7.
The fuck is green magic?
Using that time advantage for all it's worth. If Knight H5, he could go King G8 and there's no pawn. He's got to protect soon though. Okay, Knight F4 protects.
I still like King H1 no matter what, because as long as there's no heavy there, it's alright. Oh, sorry, you're talking about black. Genna's in a pretty good position here.
Apart from the
He
queen.
should be able to live. Yeah, just keep running up, bro. Keep running up. Ah. Even though he's a queen down, if he opens up his position a little bit, gives his king a bit more room towards the 8 file, he'll be able to run for days. I guess technically they're both. No, I don't like that. You shouldn't have invited the queen. Just pretty much let him in. Now you're in trouble, Katask. He has a knight. Yeah, that's it. This is gonna be bad news, Bears. He just has to drop a bishop on h6, and it was over.
Pawn G5. Well, if that rook goes with check then.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just gonna be going for the checks here. That's unfortunate.
Did anyone ever get 3100 on fix?
3100?
Yeah.
I think Chicken maxed out at like 30 40 or 30 50 or something like that. You got to remember, it wasn't as inflated as chess.com is. Chess.com is like a cesspool of inflated ratings. Like for you to get that high as it was, it took days and days and days of grinding, like chicken to grind of like +4 matches where, you know, realistically the points were completely skewed, but the opponents were pretty much all evenly matched. Like it wasn't like how chess.com is, where you have all these people who are 2600. There was maybe 3 people maximum at a time who were 2600 or higher, and everybody else was in the, you know, 22. Anybody worth talking about anywhere, we're in the 22 to 2500 range. And there was a lot of what we used to call eking back then. You guys call it farming, but you'd basically play a lower opponent for +1, and you'd do it for God knows how long. But it was a lot harder. There was less a less diluted point system there. So it was more of an accomplishment. Here's the joke, like to put it in perspective for you, Helm's Night, I think she maxed out at like 2550 on fix. And when it was like busy, and there was a lot of players, she probably maxed out at like 2400 max. If you were 2400, you were pretty much a very, very solid player. And anything above that was reserved for what we used to call the gods of Bughouse, like Jeremy Keller or Jan Lee or like you know what I mean, like those caliber type of players. But I don't. It's a solid rating. Don't get me wrong, but I won't really be impressed until somebody gets like 33, 3400 in Bughouse on this fucking thing because the ratings are that far out of whack. Don't get me wrong, bro. 3100 is something I'm never gonna hit. But as far as like monster territory, I think 30, 33, 3200, somewhere around there for Bughouse would kind of be the equivalent of what Chicken and 12 Teen did on Fix. Or maybe I'm high maintenance and demanding. Who knows?
92 for Katesk?
Pardon me?
Oh, I was suggesting 92. I think Kateska's got mate, though.
Yeah, he should. No, not anymore. Should have been Queen. Yeah. Okay, I was wrong. I didn't realize he had a knight in hand. God, don't ever allow the knights. Oh, come on. Why wouldn't you take with the knight and keep check? What is wrong with you, Katask? Just rule it out, man. Fuck. No, you should have just moved the bishop.
Now he's got knight c5 coming up.
Pardon?
Yeah, that was a good move. Bishop at b5.
Yeah, I would have just said bishop b5 itself. He wants to waste the queen on a bishop to get rid of a check. More than welcome. And then you keep that extra piece in your hand.
No, but you have mate if you do bishop at.
Yeah. Unfortunately, at this point, I'm kind of half paying attention as I roll a joint.
Oh, fair enough.
This is not a PG-13 stream. We have somebody drinking and fucking rolling joints the entire time.
Don't worry, none of my streams ever are.
Pardon?
None of my streams are ever PG-13. What was bishop b5 by 12 Team? Yikes.
I have no idea. They're making a lot of weird moves that honestly do not make sense, and I think they're just trying to keep each other so far out of book that they're not making sense with a couple of their moves, just to try and confuse not only themselves but us. I'm not kidding you, brother. Some of these moves, like, they do not make fucking sense.
I thought Genna was doing really well, but Chicken found queen h3 and then taking off the diag on h6.
Pardon me?
I thought that Genna was gonna like keep attacking, but the queen h3 thing by chicken seemed to flip the script.
Yeah. Chicken's very good at keeping pressure and doing that type of shit. The guy's a god, man. Like, I don't know. I've always said for years, like, he, in my opinion, he has been the best fucking Bughouse player. 12 a monster and everything, but still, like, all around, I still think Chicken is better. On Chicken's best day, he can take down anybody flawlessly. All right, I like Katas' position this game. He should have a bit of fucking wicked play here. Bishop takes and then pawn at d6. Oh, come on, buddy. Keep the pressure going. Fuck. The middle game is where 12 absolutely shines. He is such a strong middle game player. It's disgusting. It's where his tactics really come out. Bro, just take the rook and then go king g1.
No, bishop e8 was mating for Katesk.
Yeah, but it was one of those things. I think he just got that piece. No,
Oh, I don't know.
I was pretty sure it was one of those, like, he was just moving or in the process of it when he got it.
It's still promising for them.
Oh yeah, they still have a lot of stuff here. The only thing I can really see for 12 would be like knight at d8 just to kind of separate that file a little bit.
Knight d8 and then bishop e6, king c8, bishop takes c6. Pretty brutal.
Well, I mean, knight at d8 just to kind of separate it a bit.
Yeah, just
you know what I mean, to give him a bit of running room. But sure, you'll lose the queen out of that whole ordeal. It's not a big deal. Rather lose a queen than lose the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I really see that as his only defensive move.
Cool. Now this series is quite a long one. Yeah, I don't know when they're gonna stop. I know I'm getting hungry, but I'll try and see it through to the end.
No, he's fucked. I think they're done now. Oh no, never mind. I was just lagging.
Do you think Ganna's figured something out, or do you think that maybe Chicken and 12 getting tired?
I think right now it's a battle of attrition. See who can out survive who. But all the work that they put in to get 12 almost to 3,100 is now down the drain. Kataska's back positive 2,900. So it takes, honestly, Jarl, it takes a lot to play a series this long. I used to cap mine off at like 30, maximum 30. And it would have to be a wicked series to kind of keep me going that long. But like they're already 56 deep, not including what they were playing before because the totals got reset after he came back on. A 100 games is a fucking crazy series, man. It's not a no problem. That's a disgusting long series, Death, and you know that. They're not playing 2 minutes like it was back in the day. They're playing 3 minutes, right?
Didn't quite catch what you said there.
I was just saying they're playing 3 minute games.
Oh, mouse slip of the century there. Again, I had the queen, but he went rook h6.
Oh, it is 2 minutes. My bad, man. Dude, I'm half fucking cocked. Don't tell me to pay attention. No, but I'm too busy commenting on the moves. I'm not even paying attention to the time. No, it is 2 minutes. That's right. Yeah. There's a reason I used to call myself what I used to call myself. All right, but I'm gonna step out for a joint. Be back in 5.
All right, have fun. Bishop d4 is a nice defense. Katask needs that heavy. Maybe knight h5? No. Okay, he needs that heavy. If he doesn't get it, there's no defense here. Okay. Katask resigned. Ganna would probably have liked a knight, ideally, but he's not coming. Rook mates for Ganna. It's not going to come, though. It almost seems to me as if the what is up? Okay, how's it going? It almost seems to me as if like the usual values of the pieces are restored in High House because like the absence of a rook just makes a difference so often. Yeah, it's a strong series. Pawn on g3 is really nice by Ganna. Pawn takes h2, or maybe knight, rook takes e3 probably. Rook takes c3 or knight. Yeah, okay. Makes perfect sense for them to resign there. Italy, nice. Did you play any progressive chess while you were in Italy? Vitesse needs a second bishop. Maybe he should go pawn at c3 or something. Okay, pawn at e3.
The one thing that's striking me is really fucking crazy is how comfortable 12-teen is to play these closed positions. I'm surprised he missed that queen takes h7. But like these closed positions, and he just makes it seem like he's completely comfortable. Chicken waits for a knight. He's golden.
I have a slight echo.
There's a slight echo.
Can you mute the stream? You're not listening on the stream as well, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Maybe I'll put headphones in. I don't know.
Oh, now they're sitting so pretty, man.
Put headphones in.
Game just needs a bishop. Bishop or knight? Yeah, now all that work that Chicken did and 12-teen did is all undone. Might only have won 17 games. Back to square one for points.
I'm here with Retard from Fix. What was your highest rating on Fix?
For Bughouse?
Yeah.
Like 24-20. That was my highest. But I don't know. I never farm people. I always look for people who are either equal strength or better. So I pretty much never went for the smaller opponents. I wasn't a god by any means, don't get me wrong, but I was a solid player. It's always better at Crazy House, though.
What was your peak at Crazy House?
On Fix?
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. I think I was like 24-50 or something like that. But back then, that was considered like pretty fucking good. There's honestly nobody to play that against on chess.com, though. I usually just play that on Lead Chess now.
Yeah, the Crazy House arenas on chess.com. It's just like it's all like 1100s or something. I don't know why.
No, you get a bunch of people who play the 1 minute tournaments. Like sometimes you'll just see like a maximum other than yourself will be like a 2200 or something like that. But so the odd time you'll get like a bunch of 23 and 2400s playing in it. It's a little more interesting. That's why I play it. You know, like people like Legion Destroyer or, Satura or Christ, I don't even know how to pronounce the guy's name, but it starts with an X. There's a lot of solid people who will play in the 1 minute tournament sometimes. It makes it worth it. Yeah, I should drop knight at h5. But that just loses the knight, really. That's checking the queen, though.
Do you think it's better to have the pre-move drop or not have it?
Pardon?
Do you think it's better to allow pre-move drops?
No, I don't think it's bad to allow pre-move drops.
No, better. Do you think it's better to have pre-move drops or worse?
I think it makes it even because it's like it's one of those things that like you're talking about like when somebody and you can right away. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they don't have the ones from board to board, which I think they should have. But I don't know. I'm used to playing it like that way, where people are able to do that. Their partner takes it, you can pre-drop it from another board. But I don't know. I think it's stupid it doesn't have it. There's a lot of aspects that chess.com really doesn't have.
Alright, man. I'm probably going to end the stream here.
Yeah, man, that was a long fucking series.
Alright, thanks everyone for watching and hope you enjoyed. Maybe we'll raid Zefcat. Is it 1F or 2?